welcome to another episode of Meet the Members. Today we have Allison Lee with us. And Allison, can you tell me who you currently work for and what are your primary responsibilities?
Sure. I'm currently working for Coatings Plus. It's a powder coating company out in Boise, Idaho. My responsibilities are about everything, daily operations, and just running the family business.
And can you tell me how long you've been in the finishing industry?
We purchased this business without any powder coating experience in 2012. And then I became part of the business in 2014. So since 2012, we've had it, and I've been part of it actively in office since 2014.
Okay, Allison, so I know you didn't start out looking for a career in finishing. What possessed you to go out and buy a powder coating job shop?
Possessed is a good word. I don't know that it was anything we were actively looking for. It was an opportunity that was presented to kind of go hand in hand with a ministry that the family is part of as well, to help put guys to work that were struggling to find jobs. And this could be a business where they could have some skill or that we could teach them the skills to learn. And that's kind of how it came about.
Okay, so can you tell me a little bit more about the ministry and the staff that you hire and why this is important to you?
The ministry is run by Rob and his family, and they have 4 transition homes that house guys coming out of incarceration that are looking to rebuild their lives. They go through a 6-month program, and the goal is to get them to work and just kind of re-enter into society on a little with a family type environment. And so during the day, they are looking for work or go to a job where they can do the program and come home and then do the classes. And so I guess that's where the job comes in. And so he does the ministry part, and then I'm running the business that put them to work. We try to keep it separate, but it is very much connected.
Okay, and I want to mention that Rob is your husband. We haven't mentioned that. So
Correct.
this is a partnership effort between the two of you. Can you talk a little bit about the dynamics of running a family business like this? Because it's very unique. You're the first person that I've met that's gone out and sought a business like this for a specific reason.
My initial thing is just to laugh, because it is it's got a lot of joy and frustration all at the same time. Learning that balance of what stays at work is at work, and trying to figure out people's roles. Are you mom? Are you wife? Are you manager? Are you trying to always determine what role that you're in and hoping that the other one's gonna understand the role that you're in, but yet you're always in all the roles? It has its ups and downs. So his father is the financials, so it's just all very, very connected, but we try to keep it separate and figure out where everyone's strengths and weaknesses are to make the business the most efficient and effective with the roles and the backgrounds that we each have.
I think you're doing a great job. I'm extremely impressed by the way you operate and all the things, the goodness that you're trying to do. Certainly 2020 has been a very unusual and challenging year for everyone. Can you share some insights of things that have helped you and your company navigate these challenging times and what effect it has had upon your employees and how that's all worked?
When it all happened, I think we were one of the last in the country to make those changes. In Idaho, it came to us because we were one of the last 2 states that hadn't had any cases. So I had kind of seen it happening around, being part of the peer group and hearing what other people were struggling with, knowing that it was coming, but also believing Idaho's a little bit different. But it did come our way. And so immediately I took as many precautions as I could, knowing that we have struggled as a company from the beginning, and knowing how to take it down to nuts and bolts and literally what is non-essential. And as far as we have 2 systems. I call it the front system and the back system. I immediately shut down the back system and lowered it to the minimum people that I needed: a blaster, a coder, and a prepper, and somebody in the office. And during that time, I just helped the employees and gave them as much information, how to get on unemployment and how to do it, and to keep them very involved. They all took it very well, and we thrived from the very beginning. In addition to that, we learned that we could run all our business through one system. And so we've been running that way with the full crew back immediately when we could bring everybody back after the mandatory stay-at-home order was lifted. I brought everybody back, and we've, I think, grown as a team, honestly, and been able to run the same volume with a higher profit margin all through one system. So I've been really blessed in what I've learned through it, and it's given us the ability to grow in a different way and become more efficient and a stronger team. So for us, it's been quite good.
Awesome. I mean, that's really a positive message, and I'm very happy to hear that it's working out for you. I know you are an active member of our custom coder peer groups, and could you say a little bit to encourage other custom coders to consider joining? You've been very active and very involved in the program since the outset. So what information do you want to share that might encourage a custom coder to get involved?
It has been life-changing for me, not knowing anything about the industry, getting to know people that have gone, that know the details of the business, and as little things as how do you hang things? Where do you get this? Or have you ever experienced this problem? You have so much knowledge that you can reach out to. And our group is very active in the point where you put an email question out there and you're going to get a response from 1, 2, or 5, or everybody. A lot of banter as well, of course, but that's what makes it so fun. It's a wealth of knowledge that you can draw from. And every single time I meet with people, I learn things. I'm able to share things now too. Everybody has something to offer and give, whether it's in industry or past business or whatever they've done in the past. There's always something to learn from people, but I love to learn new things all the time and pick people's brains when things are frustrating. You don't have to sit there on your own to do it, because there's people that are out there willing to help that experience the exact same day-to-day stuff. It's very beneficial. Highly, highly recommend.
I appreciate those comments, because I think it's one of the best benefits we have for custom coders, and the connections that you all make and the information you share. It's a great program. So thank you for that. We're going to switch gears a little bit. If you didn't have a career now in finishing, what do you think you'd be doing?
It's hard to say, but for sure, I would love to be more full-time mom, but I love working as well. So I would probably be coming up with some business to run from home, in addition to being a stay-at-home mom. But work, I just love doing, and I love growing businesses and just exploring how to do it. I like a challenge. So whatever it would be a challenge that someone told me that I couldn't do, and then I would do it.
Awesome. I love that answer. That's terrific. What do you enjoy doing away from work?
Just anything outside. I have the river behind me. If we could go to the river, camping, any outdoor activities, snowboarding, being on the lake, skydiving, whatever, any type of
skydiving.
I can't do that right now until I get approved with the heart stuff. But, anything that has some type of thrill to it. Traveling, I would love to travel.
And that was my next question. If you go anywhere in the world, where would you want to go?
Right now, looking forward to go to Costa Rica. There's family there, and I haven't been there, and there's no good reason to not have been there. But Costa Rica's on my list. But anywhere tropical is good for me.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add before we end the interview?
No, I just highly recommend it to anybody that's possibly thinking of it or wants to get the most value out of one of the things that you guys offer. This would definitely be the way to go.
Well, Allison, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us today, and hope that we can see you again in person before too long.
Yes, indeed. Thanks, Ann.
Thanks, Allison. Bye-bye.
Bye.